we speak about a film, then we move on, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we just can't seem to stop talking about Mother.
Thank you very much.
It's engaging and polarizing, obviously.
Yes.
And do you enjoy that? And did you expect it from the get-go that this would be the kind of film that
Yeah, I mean, anytime you make a punk movie, you know, one that's going to come at you with a fist, there's going to be people who are going to want to hit back, you know. And there's going to be other people like, that was great, let's do it again. So we were always excited for the controversy and the conversation, but that's what we made. We made a film that is a cautionary tale. It's a reflection on our world, and there are people are going to be like, yeah, you go for it, and there's going to be people that are going to be, hold on, that's not me.
No, very true. Is it the kind of film that changed throughout the process of filming it because of its content, or did you have just your vision before and executed it?
Look, yeah, I don't really believe that exists. I mean, maybe Kubrick could preconceive it.
Holy Kubrick by
you know,
himself.
but I really believe that filmmaking is a collaborative process, and it's more similar to sculpture. You know, the script totally gives form, but then you get your actors, and they're, of course, going to have their own thing. There's no way you could control an actor to do something that they can't do. They are going to give you what they are, and so then that changes the sculpture. And then when you're actually working on set, there are things that go wrong and change that you have to kind of work with. So it's constantly an evolution to the final product. You don't really know what you have. Like, we had a lot of ideas about a lot of this stuff, but until we were, you know, really towards the end of the process did we know what we were making.
And casting it was key. Imagine this movie with bad actors.
Unbelievable. Well, thank you. But yeah, I mean, you know, having a movie like Mother with Jennifer Lawrence, Javier Bardem, Michelle Pfeiffer, Ed Harris, Kristen Wiig, Donald Gleason. I mean, the cast is great and surprising and a lot of fun.
Let's talk about the cinematography and that house, which is haunting and a character in itself. How key was it to the story that you find like that?
Well, we had to find a house that was incredible and very, very different. And we actually found this octagon-shaped house. And the octagon, 8 sides, has a lot of magical meanings for a lot of people. And so shooting it was a lot of fun because we really wanted to move through it and make it feel like a labyrinth. So the whole time you kind of feel like you're in a weird, twisted maze.
There's a lot of messages to the film, and I think audiences react to it according to their own circumstances. I'm a mother, my colleague's aunt, you know, we each react differently. What's the most inherent for you in terms of message? Is it the Mother Earth one, the environmental?
Look, the intent was to tell a story from Mother Nature point of view, to sort of empathize, personify her, and to think what it must feel like to have all these guests on you, not showing respect. But I also think it's a home invasion film that is, you know, very scary, because I think as humans we all know that story when you have a guest that just won't get the hell out of your house, and they're invading your privacy. I mean, I had a guy, a good friend of mine, who's actually outside and maybe watching this, but he came over once and rearranged all the furniture in his room without asking me. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh my God.
So it was like made it look better, and I was like, oh, it's better, but still, maybe ask me next time.
Yeah, and it's also that feeling, you know, of decaying relationships as well. That's something that resonated with me. You know, how you feel like you're not owning your life anymore when things, you know, when you lose control over things.
It's, you know, that's the sad and kind of horrifying thing about relationships is I mean, breakups are a horror show, right?
Yes.
And so this kind of, you know, it makes that and enlarges it into a horror film and into a nightmare. But that insecure feeling you have when suddenly your stable life is starting to disappear.
And finally, what was your feeling when you watched it as a final product for the first time, sitting as an audience member?
Well, that happened. It's very hard to ask that question because, you know, as I was saying, you know, we're slowly polishing away. So I'm seeing it over and over and over again. So I'm kind of, you know, numb. But what's been very interesting is to see how different audiences have reacted to it internationally.
Yeah, because you've been touring the world with it.
Exactly. I've just done 6 cities in 7 days or something. And, you know, the British are laughing all the way through it. The Toronto audiences are in ecstasy. The Venice audiences are very solemn and serious. The French audiences are angry. You know, so it's been like really cool seeing these different reactions and wondering why and what's going on culturally, when usually when I do a film, it's a little bit more universal.